The students of St. Joseph University today, September 12, staged a protest against the delay of students' elections outside the university's premises. The students have alleged that the authorities have never paid heed and claim that requirement to form a student body is need of the hour to cater their grievances. Consequently, they have demanded to conduct elections with fair and proper procedure. Speaking to HornbillTV, the Dean Student Affairs, Professor Charles Montangizang, said that they have always given the platform to the students to rightly conduct themselves and added that the students should not act like politicians. He also informed that the election will be conducted amid protests by students. Let's have a look.
Students, shall we fight in this together?
Yes!
Yes! Are you all in this together?
Yes!
Regarding our student grievances, even if majority of the students have given it, if they are filing a complaint, they never took action to it. In the college, this is not even a college, it's a university. They can't even provide a generator and it's burning hot inside the class. We asked some of the students who they are going to vote for. They are not even aware of who is actually going for this election.
So as a student, their priority is education and not in this kind of activities. I don't know what they mean by rights. So what I see today is no different than a politician, but that is wrong in my understanding.
Mon HornbillTV kan aji St. Joseph University campus la bahar de ase students kan aji tahana campus la bahar de protest kurna jani paise aro tahan students kan ba idu ki nimide protest kurese gule to tahan authorities tan university authorities kan ba tahan la rights to nide kurna election hold up rule nide aro bishi unfair game khili ase guna tahan claim kurese ibi mon idola report te aro detail ba sabo. Can you please explain why the students are protesting today?
First of all, we're not getting student power. The election that is to be held in the college, we are not given a chance to have a public platform, and we were given lesser time for the even the nomination. There, even with the attendance, with all of it, there's a problem and an issue, and it's all regarding because we are not getting the student power, and there's the reason why we want to fight for that.
So when was it actually likely to be held, and why was it delayed? If you can give us details.
Oh, we're not very specific about that, but some of the problems that are mentioned below for why this election, they're not following some specific guidelines. He will explain on that. So,
see, we fall under the UGC. No. So if we fall under the UGC, then we must have to follow the Lengdok Committee guidelines. And in that guidelines, it has clearly mentioned that every student who want to participate in this election, they must have 75% attendance, and there should be enough time for the candidates to participate, to contest, and to campaign for the campaign. So the campaign should be maximum 10 days, maximum 10 days, and the students should allow them to pass up their posters, their agendas and all. But we don't have any proper platforms. Within 2 hours, there are more than 115 classes. Then how can we cover up all the classes within 1 hour now? So within 1 and 2 hours. So that's impossible for us.
Is this an issue that is going on from before, or is it like now?
Yes.
Could you explain it more?
it's been going on for quite a long time now. Our students, we never had student body before. And it was only some few years back our students could finally talk through with the management. Now they don't want to create any chaos. So apparently they happened to give in to our demands and they agreed to holding the student council body. But in other years, what we have seen is they were not quite strict with the attendance. 70% students they were able to go for this election, or maybe way back we were able to go to classes, have more timing, even though there was not the right procedure. But still, up until the last year, that was done. Now this year, what's happening is just within 2-hour frame, they're giving the students who are electing for this student council to go to all of the classes. There is in total 115. That's not even the rough estimation. So it's not possible for a particular student to go into every class to give out the agendas, their motive for why they want to go out for this election. And we asked some of the students who they are going to vote for. They are not even aware of who is actually going for this election. Now, is that the way to actually hold an election? And we, as a student, what is the point of the student council if we are not able to relay our grievances, our problems to our student council? All of the times, whenever there was given an application regarding our student grievances, whenever, even if majority of the students had given it, they're filing a complaint, they never took action to it. Say we give 100 applications, out of that just one, and that is with a least, with their own rules, they're taking it. So it has been going on like this for quite a long time. We also want to let the other colleges know, see, in this weather, such weather like this, uniform one thing, okay, it's quite strict, Catholic, we understand, but they should have different separate uniforms for summer and winter. Some students might even pass out. We have seen so many students passing out on the weather like this. They still never took action to that. There was another disease with the eye, and still the classes were going on. See, they don't put our health first. Attendance is what's necessary for them. And there is this one thing called CAT examination that has to do with our internals. Now we hold that exam within 1 week. That's like 5 days. So it's like repetitive. The exam goes on back. So some students, they don't sleep. They have to totally prepare for this. For those students who are not sleeping and preparing, they are not even allowed to go home after the exam. They have to stay back. Otherwise, they refuse to check the paper. They refuse to give them attendance. So many things like this. Why all of this is happening is because there is no student power. There is no power for us. That's why this is happening. Another thing with the current is this. We Dimapur people know how the current is. Even at home, it's so hard for us to survive. In the college, this is not even a college, it's a university. They can't even provide a generator, and it's burning hot inside the class, and yet they can't even provide one, and they expect us to come to class every day. And if there's no attendance criteria reached, they won't allow us to give attendance. So many things, so many in problems that is arising in regard to this. So we really want these authorities to give us to nominate this election again. And no, that's not the end of it. Giving re-election and nominating is not the end of it, but giving us students the power. So whenever we have any grievances that is related, to actually take those into actions.
So you mean to say that no matter how much you put up the issue on whatever issues that you're saying now, that they've not been paying attention to your grievances?
No, never once. So it's just like very few. We wouldn't say totally no, but say like I said again, out of 100 applications, just one is taken. They're also on their own terms.
So, sir, since your students have been protesting outside your campus, and they've been telling on the media about the grievances, and they claim that the authorities are not giving student power. So what is your comment, and what clarification would you like to give?
Before I go into the crux of the issue, I just want to say one point, that is, they are still students and we are their teachers. So as a student, their priority is education, and not in this kind of activities. This particular exercise is being implemented in this university for the primary purpose of giving them certain type of training in leadership. Not that they actually will, what you call as act like a politician. Okay, so what I see today is no different than a politician, but that is wrong in my understanding. So actually, there is no issue in a sense. We are following our prescribed rules or regulation which is applied for the council election for the past 6 years, and we had no issue. So here in this case, I feel there are some vested interests who were debarred or who were ineligible, okay, to participate in the election, and I believe it is that sole reason. Otherwise, we have already completed the nomination process, and today we are supposed to have the polling. So the ballot paper is already printed, and we will be having the election by 11th. So the process will go on for us, because like I said, this is a formative stage for them, and we are expected to teach them how leadership should be practiced. And I think that is all. I don't know what they mean by rights, because we are giving them the opportunity to participate, of course, based on the regulation, and this regulation is not only our regulation, it is also the regulation of so many other organizations or institutes. So we are no different, or we are not following any different path from the other institutes. And we are not denying the students to vote. Every student who is a bona fide member of this university is allowed to vote. Now, besides or beyond this, what rights are they claiming? Yeah, no, we'll start by 11th, and by 12th it'll be over.
You mean today itself. So what are you going to do about the students that is protesting till now?
Regarding the students who are outside the gate, only after the process is completed, then I'll be discussing with the higher authority as to our next step. So right now I cannot say, because we are governed by the academic council, so we can't do things as per our wish or our own understanding. So we will be again consulting the higher authorities, and based on their feedback, we will chart accordingly.